Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. We are so happy that you chose to spend your time with us today. I'm Knox.
And I'm Leia. Happy New Year to all of you. It is the first day of 2026, and while many people are shouting about New Year resolutions, we wanted to start with something a little more quiet, something very important.
That's right. If you are new here, we help you practice English that matters. If you find value in these conversations, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps us reach people in the US, UK, and all over Europe who might need to hear this today.
It really does. So, Knox, it is January 1st. How are you really feeling today?
Honestly, Leia, I feel a bit tired. The holidays are beautiful, but they can be heavy too. I'm feeling a little bit low today.
I appreciate your honesty. I'm feeling a bit the same. People think New Year's Day is always about joy, but for many of us, it can be a lonely time.
Exactly. And that is why our topic today is so vital. Today, we are going to learn how to do small talk about a very big topic, depression.
That is a heavy word, Knox. For our friends learning English, can we define it simply? Is it just the same as being sad?
That is the most important question. No, it is not just sadness. In English, we use the word depression to describe a feeling that is much deeper and stays much longer than normal sadness.
So, if I am sad because I lost my keys, that is not depression. But if I feel a dark cloud over me for weeks, that is different.
Exactly. Sadness is a reaction to a bad event. Depression is a state of being. It's when you lose interest in things you used to love. We often call it a low mood.
Low mood. I like that phrase. It sounds less scary. Is it common in places like the UK or the USA?
It is very common. In fact, in many Western countries, people are very open about it now. They say, it's okay not to be okay. This is a very popular phrase in 2026. It means you don't have to pretend to be happy all the time.
So, Knox, if I am talking to a friend in London or New York and I feel this way, what words can I use? I don't want to sound too dramatic.
That is a great point. In small talk, we often use softer words. Instead of saying, I am depressed, which can feel very heavy, we use phrases like, I've been feeling a bit down lately.
I've been feeling a bit down. Does that mean I am physically lower?
In a way, yes, it means your energy is low. Another common B1 phrase is, I'm going through a rough patch.
A rough patch. That sounds like a piece of dry ground.
Exactly. Think of a road. Most of the road is smooth, but a rough patch is a part that is bumpy and difficult to drive on. It tells your friend that life is hard right now, but you hope the road will be smooth again soon.
I'm going through a rough patch. That is so useful. It explains the struggle without sharing every secret.
Why do you think it is hard for English learners to talk about this, Leia?
I think we worry about our grammar. We think, if I can't say it perfectly, I shouldn't say it at all. But when you're depressed, the silence is what hurts the most. You feel like you're trapped in a room with no windows.
That is so true. Small talk is the window. It's the first bit of light. When you say, I'm struggling a bit, you are inviting someone to help you.
And people in the West really value that authenticity, don't they?
They really do. In 2026, being perfect is boring. Being real, being authentic, is what creates true friendship. If you are honest about your low mood, people will often share their own stories with you. Let's look at one more common way to describe this in English. Many people say, I'm under a cloud.
Like a rain cloud?
Yes, even if the sun is shining for everyone else, You feel like you have a personal gray cloud over your head. It makes everything look gray and dull.
I have felt that cloud many times. It makes the world feel very far away.
We want our viewers to know that it is okay to talk about the cloud. You don't have to wait for the sun to speak English. You can speak English from inside the cloud.
We want to stop here and check in with you. It is a new year, but how are you really feeling? Do you feel like you're on a smooth road or a rough patch?
Please share one word in the comments. You don't have to explain, just one word to describe your heart today. We are here to listen.
In part 2, we are going to look at the physical feelings of depression and how to describe your energy levels to your friends and colleagues.
We are so happy you are back with us for part 2.
Thank you for being so honest in the comments of part 1. Seeing your one-word descriptions made me feel so connected to all of you. It is a new year, but we are all walking this path together.
We really are. In part 1, we talked about the low mood and the rough patch, but today we want to talk about the physical side of depression. Leia, how is your energy today? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you?
Today I feel like a 6. I'm okay, but I feel a bit heavy, like I stayed in the sun for too long and now I just want to sit down. How about you, Knox?
I'm a 5 today. I slept well, but my mind feels a bit slow. And that is exactly what we want to talk about. Many people think depression is only sadness in the head, but it is also a feeling in the body.
That is so true. Sometimes I tell my friends, I'm tired, but it feels like a lie. Being tired is what you feel after a long walk. This feeling is different.
You are right, Leia. In English, especially in medical and social circles in the US and Europe, we use a stronger word, fatigue.
Fatigue. F-A-T-I-G-U-E. Is that the same as being exhausted?
You're close. Exhausted means you have zero energy left, but fatigue is a deep, heavy tiredness that doesn't go away even if you sleep for 10 hours.
Yes, that is it. It's like your internal battery is broken and won't charge properly.
That is a perfect metaphor. When you're talking to a friend, you can say, I feel completely drained.
Drained? Like a sink when all the water goes away?
Exactly. You feel like all your life water has been pulled out of you. It's a very common B1 phrase to describe low energy.
Another thing I feel, Knox, is that my body feels heavy. Sometimes just picking up my phone or washing a plate feels like I am lifting a heavy mountain.
That is a very common symptom of depression. In English, people often describe it as walking through mud.
Walking through mud. I can picture that. Every step is slow and difficult. You have to push so hard just to move forward.
Yes. Lethargic means you have no energy and you move very slowly. It's a very polite way to say you are struggling physically without being too personal. Leia, when you feel under the cloud, how does it change your sleep?
Sometimes I want to sleep all day. I stay in bed until 2 p.m., but other times I wake up at 3 a.m. and my mind won't stop talking. I can't get back to sleep.
Both are very common. In the West, we call this sleep disturbance. It means your normal rhythm is broken. You can tell a friend, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, or I'm oversleeping a lot.
And about food, I either want to eat everything, especially chocolate, or I don't want to eat at all.
We call that a change in appetite. Some people use food to feel comforted, and others lose interest in food completely. You can say, I haven't had much of an appetite lately.
The hardest part for me is my brain. It feels like it is full of cotton or clouds. I forget words, I forget where I put my keys. It's so frustrating.
We call that brain fog. It makes it very hard to focus. If you are at work or in a class, you can say, I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of brain fog today. Could you repeat that?
That is so helpful. It makes it sound like a weather report for my brain, not a failure of my intelligence.
It is a weather report. Your brain is just experiencing a storm. It doesn't mean you are not smart. It just means you need more time to process things.
We want to hear from you. Which of these physical feelings do you recognize? Do you feel drained? Do you have brain fog? Or do you feel like you are walking through mud?
Sharing these feelings makes them less powerful. Write your physical weather report in the comments. We're reading every single one.
In part 3, we are going to learn how to respond when someone tells us they are depressed. How can we be a good friend in English?
You are doing so well. Remember, your body is doing its best. Be kind to it. We'll see you in part 3.
In part 1 and part 2, we talked about how to describe our feelings. But today, we are turning the camera around. What happens when a friend, a colleague, or a neighbor in London or New York tells us they are feeling down?
This is a very important skill. In Western cultures, especially in 2026, being a good listener is highly valued. But many English learners are afraid. They think, if I don't have the perfect English words to fix their problem, I shouldn't say anything.
I feel that fear all the time, Knox. I worry that if I say the wrong thing, I might make them feel worse. It's a very heavy responsibility.
I understand, but here is the secret. You don't have to fix them. You just have to be with them. Today, we're going to learn the phrases that show empathy.
Empathy. That is a big word. How do we explain that simply for our B1 friends?
It is a beautiful word. Sympathy is when you feel sorry for someone, but empathy is when you try to feel the emotion with them.
Oh, so sympathy is looking from far away, but empathy is walking beside them.
Exactly. When a friend says, I'm going through a rough patch, you don't need a medical degree. You just need to show them you're listening. A very safe and kind phrase to start with is, I'm so sorry to hear that you're going through a hard time.
I'm so sorry to hear that you're going through a hard time. That sounds very natural. It's not too much, but it shows I care.
The next step is validation.
Validation. V-A-L-I-D-A-T-I-O-N. Does that mean telling them they are right?
It means telling them their feelings make sense. When someone is depressed, they often feel crazy or wrong. If you say, it makes sense that you feel this way, or that sounds really difficult, you are validating them.
That sounds really difficult. I use that phrase a lot. It's simple, but it tells the other person, I hear you and I believe you.
Yes, in the UK and Europe, people really appreciate it when you don't try to change the subject. Avoid saying things like, just be happy, or smile, it's a new year.
Oh, please don't say that. When I'm sad and someone says just smile, I want to hide under my bed.
We call that toxic positivity. It's when people try to force happiness onto a sad situation. It's better to be honest and quiet than to be fake and loud.
So, Knox, if I want to help but I don't want to be toxic, what questions can I ask?
Instead of asking, why are you sad, which is a very hard question to answer, try asking, do you want to talk about it, or do you need a distraction?
Oh, a distraction, like a movie or a walk?
Exactly. Sometimes a person with depression is tired of talking about their feelings. They just want to grab a coffee and talk about the weather or a funny video. By asking this, you give them the control.
I love that. Do you want to talk about it or do you need a distraction? It's so respectful. Another good one I heard is, how can I support you right now?
How can I support you is much better than what can I do? What can I do puts work on the depressed person to find a task for you. But how can I support you is an open hand. There's a phrase we use in English called holding space.
holding space, like holding a room for someone?
In a way, yes. It means being comfortable with the silence. You don't have to talk. You just sit with them. In the US and Europe, friends often just go for a walk together without saying a word.
That is a very deep kind of friendship. You are saying, I am here. You are not alone. You don't have to entertain me.
Exactly. If you are in that situation, you can simply say, I'm here for you. Take all the time you need.
Take all the time you need. That is a very patient phrase. It takes the pressure away.
The final part of being a supportive friend is the check-in.
Does that mean calling them every 5 minutes?
No, that might be too much. A check-in is just a small message to say you're thinking of them. In English, we say, I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing today.
I love getting those texts. Even if I don't reply, it makes me feel like I still exist in the world.
Exactly. Especially in the busy cities of Europe and America, people can feel very invisible. A small check-in message is like a lighthouse in the dark.
We want to ask you a question. Have you ever had a friend hold space for you? Or have you used one of these phrases to help someone? Please tell us your favorite supportive phrase in the comments. We are building a community where we help each other grow.
In our final Part 4, we're going to look at self-care. How do we talk to ourselves in English when we are feeling low? And how do we find the high-status confidence to keep moving?
You are a wonderful friend for learning this. We are proud to have you here in 2026. We will see you in Part 4.
Today is a special day. We are finishing our first masterclass of 2026.
It has been a very emotional journey, hasn't it? We have learned how to describe the cloud, how to talk about fatigue, and how to be a supportive friend. But today, we are going to talk about the most important conversation you will ever have.
That's right. We are talking about the conversation inside your own head. We are talking about self-talk.
Knox, this is the hardest one for me. When I'm feeling low, my inner voice is not very nice. It says things like, you are so lazy, or why can't you just be happy like everyone else?
That voice has a name in English, Leia. We call it the inner critic.
The inner critic. I don't like him very much.
Nobody does. But in Western cultures, especially in the UK and America, people are learning to silence the critic and use self-compassion instead.
Self-compassion. That is a beautiful word. How can we define it for our B1 learners?
It is simple. Compassion is kindness. Self-compassion is treating yourself like you would treat a best friend.
Oh, so if my friend was depressed, I would never say, you are lazy. I would say, I am here for you. Take a rest.
Exactly. That is the friend test. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself. When you feel that heavy lead blanket we talked about in Part 2, try saying, I am having a hard time. And that's okay.
I am having a hard time, and that's okay. It feels like I'm giving myself a big hug in English.
The next step to feeling better in 2026 is learning to set boundaries.
Boundaries, like a fence around a garden?
Yes, a boundary is a limit. It tells people what you can and cannot do. When your social battery is at 5%, you need a boundary to protect your energy.
Knox, I feel so guilty saying no to people. I worry they will think I'm rude or not fun.
In the US and Europe, saying no politely is seen as a sign of high-status confidence. It shows you respect your mental health. You can use phrases like, I'm not really up for it today, but thank you for asking.
I'm not really up for it. That sounds very natural. It doesn't need a long explanation.
Or you can say, I've had a long week, so I'm going to have a quiet night in.
A quiet night in. That sounds so peaceful. It makes me feel like I'm choosing my health over a party, and that's a good thing.
There is one more thing we must talk about. In many Western countries, talking about therapy or seeing a counselor is very common and respected.
I know. In some places, it's a secret, but in London or New York, people talk about their therapist like they talk about their doctor, right?
Yes, it is seen as a strength, not a weakness. If you're talking to a friend and you want to share that you're getting help, you can say, "I've been seeing someone to talk through things."
Seeing someone. It's a very soft way to say you're getting professional support.
Exactly. There's no shame in it. In 2026, the bravest thing you can do is ask for a map when you're lost. As we end this series, Leia, let's talk about the future. How do we keep moving forward in this new year?
I think it's about those small wins we talked about before. Today, my small win was recording this podcast with you. I felt nervous, but I did it.
That is a huge win. For our viewers, a small win might be making the bed, or writing one sentence in their English journal, or even just finished watching this 4-part series.
Yes, if you're listening to my voice right now, you have finished a whole masterclass in English. That's an amazing achievement for January 1st.
It really is. You're building your English and your emotional strength at the same time. Okay, everyone, it is time for our final question of the day for this series.
I'm ready. Our question today is, what is one kind thing you can say to yourself in English today?
Maybe it is, "I am doing my best," or "I'm proud of my progress." Write your kind words in the comments. Let's fill the comment section with self-compassion.
I'm going to write, Leia, you are brave for sharing your heart.
And you are, Leia. To all our viewers in the US, UK, Europe, and everywhere else, thank you for trusting us with your time.
This series has changed me. I hope it helped you too. Remember, the cloud will pass, but your voice is here to stay.
You are not alone. You are valuable, and you are becoming a powerful English speaker every single day.
Happy New Year, everyone. We are so proud of you.
Be kind to your heart. We'll see you in the next topic.
Bye-bye.